Alright, hey there guys, and welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. Today we're going to try some adventure mode. Because the fortress, I'll go back, I have no doubt, but right now I'm not feeling the fortress. We're going to do some adventure mode. So here is our hero. His name is Urist Fingledoof. He is a dwarf from, let's see, where are we here? From a place called the Hoob. And we're gonna try and make it as an adventuring dwarf. So yeah, join me as we get this guy to the legendary status that he deserves. So for anyone who hasn't played adventure mode before, I know what you're thinking. Like, this is a really different look than the base game. Uh, there are reasons for that, I'm sure. And a lot of people don't consider this mode to be like part of core Dwarf Fortress. And you can see why, like the graphics on this dwarf are just completely incongruous with the rest of Dwarf Fortress. Even the fact that like things have textures and whatnot is really kind of strange compared to the sprite baits. Wow, sprite bait is not what we're going for. Sprite based graphics in Dwarf Fortress. So that this tends to be a bit off-putting for a lot of people, but if you stick with me, I guarantee that you will come to love this as much as the Fortress mode. There are a lot of really good stories posted by Dwarf Fortress players that come out of adventure mode, so it's definitely got its own following and adherence. So yeah, we're gonna have a really good time. So right now we're headed over to a different town than our hometown of the Hoob. I'm not sure why. I'm kind of hoping to run into maybe a few bandits or someone I can fight on the way, start to get our skills up. It would be lovely to get this guy to be a trained sword dwarf, or I guess he has a stick right now, so like a mace dwarf. Both of those things would be fantastic. But to do that, we've got to fight, and fighting can be dangerous. You can die pretty easily in adventure mode. We're currently sinking into the map because it's loading slower than we're running. It autocorrects for that. Not particularly worried. Probably shouldn't have quite so many things running in the background, but I gotta have my dwarf therapist. I gotta have it. Just the way it is. I mean, it's not very useful for adventure mode. I'm not sure it does anything, but closing it would just feel wrong. So at present, I have our dwarf on block mode. I don't know why I have jobs on, because there's no jobs to assign him to. All that means is that if he gets into a fight, his priority is going to be not getting hit. He's not going to make attacks. He's just going to try his darndest not to die. The reason I do this is because that way he has a much higher chance of not dying and getting a bit of experience while defending himself, which we want. Because at present we have... Actually, I don't know what our stats are. So let's check that. So at present our stats are 1 in all weapon types, which is horrendously bad. Like, we are a little baby who has never picked up our weapon before. Urist is not a tough dude. Melee attack, melee defense, same thing. He's really awful. Dodge, martial arts, really quite terrible. Our athletics is leveling up because we're running, but we're still pretty slow. Fortunately, we don't have much stuff, so in all likelihood, we're going to be faster than a lot of the things that come after us, but if we run into some, lightly armored bandits, they'll probably be able to run us down, and that's going to be an issue. Again, that's where the blocking comes in. If we can block while they attack us, and we can gain some experience while they do that, we might be able to hurt them enough to run away. Everything else, I mean, he hasn't done any of it yet, so it's pretty much 0 across the board. He is not a very strong fellow, as dwarves go. But that's okay. That's fine. That is okay. So up here, we're approaching what appears to be a goblin town. Now, in fortress mode, goblins definitely not your friends, right? You don't want goblins anywhere near. Well, I mean, you want them near you because you want to raid them, but they're never going to be friendly in any way. In adventure mode, things are a bit more fluid. You'll notice that in fortress mode, like a goblin can show up and petition to like stay in your fort as a monster hunter or a bard or whatever. It's sort of that way in adventure mode with our character. So yeah, these are the goblins. They're beaking us. Someday we will come back and we'll make them pay for their disrespect, but right now, if we try and fight them, they will murder us horribly. So we're going to avoid that end for, reasons that should be obvious. Now, we're looking for a few things here. One, we could really use a companion. Like, being alone isn't very fun, we're not very strong, and having someone to help us sort of kite is going to make our life a lot easier. So we're just looking for anyone along the street here who wants to join up, and it doesn't look like anyone does. So we may have to go ahead and check the bars, because where do you find desperate people? Well, you find them in bars. And anyone willing to join us has got to be pretty desperate. So if I hold tab here and I hadn't alt-tabbed earlier, it would highlight where the bars are. But, I did alt-tab earlier, so that's not a thing that's happening. Just fun. Don't alt-tab in this game. Don't do that. Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode does not enjoy that kind of nonsense. So here we go, back down the main street. Oh, there's a bar right there too. So we'll go to this first one, and then we'll come back, hit this one up. And I don't think we actually have any money. Oh, we do. We have 1,000. So we have enough to hire someone if we find someone decent. Well, by decent I mean cheap. And by cheap I mean really desperate. So there's really nothing in here. We're gonna have to go to this other bar and hope that someone wants to join up. Just gonna have a look over here. Sometimes a good way to make money in adventure mode is to wait for stuff to get close enough to the guards for them to aggro, and just freaking let them kill it, and then loot the stuff. That can be a great time. Let's see, anyone here? So there's a couple guards. And it doesn't look great for us. Doesn't look like there are any mercenaries who want to join up. That's okay. That's, sometimes that's going to be life. And we have to be okay with that. And we don't have to be. We could cry and whatever. We could scream if we wanted to. But it wouldn't do us any good. So Urist here is just going to continue on. I don't know exactly where he should go. Let's have a look at our map. We haven't discovered an awful lot. So this is the world we generated. It's got really nice defined geographical areas, which is good. The black lines are roads we can follow. For the most part, if you head north, things tend to get a little bit easier. If you head south, especially southeast, things get much, much harder. Just how it works out. Northwest actually is kind of hellish, but northeast is okay. So we're gonna pretend that I don't have all that insider knowledge about the map. We're also gonna pretend that there aren't giant sea anemones over there. Food now. See that this is the sort of thing we're looking for. We're looking for these guys so that we can fight for a bit and learn. They're not really interested in fighting us. Okay, well, we're going to attack them because we want that training. And these guys are going to whack at us for a bit, and I'm not going to give you my food. I don't have any food. So we just took a hit there, which is really bad. And that's another hit. So again, this is why we need the training, because we're garbage. This is full block. In theory, we have what? 20 defense. This guy's got... Oh, and here come the guards to save us, because we're getting our asses kicked. Yeah. It's not fun. Yeah, see, that's why we don't fight the guards ourselves, because they'll just kill us. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. They stole the corpses. So we didn't get to loot there, which is kind of a big deal because we're bleeding and we could use a med kit. Those guys probably had a med kit. But maybe, just maybe, we can follow them in and loot these guys when they're in prison. Certainly I'm gonna try for that. So we're just gonna follow that guy and try and get us some loot. Again, don't know if that's actually gonna work out for us, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to be able to benefit from the guys who kicked the hell out of us. Oh, there's someone we can talk to. Let's do that too. So, I mean, we're pretty sure they're headed to the garrison. Who dat? Sure. He wants to join us, maybe. Yeah, how skilled are you? He could crack our skull with ease. Flat skin, does that answer your question? How much is he charging? 6,000 cats. No, I'm good, thanks. 6,000's a lot, given we only have 1,000. Ooh, there's another person there. I don't know who these people walking in the streets are. No, I don't need an engineer. That seems like a concern for a much later date. For if we decide to, you know, start our own fortress or something. So we're just gonna go up here and see if we can rob the folk who are in prison. His name is Glue. Cute name. I'm gonna take his money. I'm not gonna take his heart, because that would kill him. We are gonna take his rag shirt though. So we got some clothing, which is nice. I'm really glad they're not getting mad at me for looting these guys, because that would be super weird. They already took his weapon, and they don't seem to have kept it around. So, oh, there are more enemies. Cool. So we're gonna try very hard to profit from this. These guys look like they're bandits. What are they? Triangle bandits. Oh boy. That sounds fun. Wait, no. No block. Attack. And we missed. Which is super fun. Bright side is, we're not going to catch him. So we're not very fast, which is not a great time. So instead, we're going to go see who's winning here. This guy is. I'm going to try and loot this bandit before the guard kills them all. Let's just wait a second here. This ought to sort itself out in a second. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to pause. And I mean, most of this is better than what we have. Boots are nice. That's really what we're looking for, though. Medkits. Medkits good. We like medkits. So this is better than what we have. My concern is that it's also heavier than what we have. And I will take his axe. You can have that. I'll take the proper pants. Here, have some pants. And you know what? I'll even take his big dumb hat. Now the downside now, or I guess of this, is that we are dressed like a bandit. Hey, we actually hit that guy. Nice. Which we don't love. We're going to take his shirt. Oh, and he had better pants. Welcome to adventure mode where you steal people's pants and then run away with them. This guy has a much better shirt. And overall, this has really worked out for us. Wow. Don't know why their blood is blue. Almost don't want to know. It's a little gross. We have some food. We got some med kits. So this really worked out for us. You don't always get this lucky. So we are gonna heal ourselves because we now have the med kits to do so. And yeah, we'll bandage up and then really hope that we're not too slow to run from our problems anymore. Because if we are, we're going to drop all those cool items we just found very quickly. You, Flatskin, what? I didn't do anything. Smuggling checks. Yeah, sure. I don't have anything. Let me heal myself, damn it. Yeah, so I don't know why we were just checked for smuggling. I'm sure there's a reason, but it's fine, because we didn't have anything. We weren't smuggling, I don't know, like exotic dwarven booze. This guy is still running. They have chased him around the entire town. That's just sad. Oh, and one of the guys that we looted stood up, which was not a good move. And they're going to pick that guy up and put him in prison, probably. Yep. Alright, and we're all healed up, so we're very slow now. Don't love that. It could be worse. Where are we gonna go? I don't really want to go down there. A place called the Spider Plains doesn't sound all that fun to me, though I'm no expert. So we're gonna go to the Sten Desert, because I don't know what's there. So as you can see, we're quite slow now. We're at 51% encumbrance, which isn't great. We also need to find a place to cook our food. So once we're out in the wild again, we'll settle down and we'll set up a campfire and hopefully cook our food nice and yummy so it can feed us. Because as you can see, our hunger is increasing. It would be nice to find a backpack. Now we could buy one. We have enough money, but it seems, I don't know, it seems a little extravagant. But it might really help with our encumbrance. I mean, it's on the way out, so we may as well have a look. If we can find a cheap, lightweight backpack, I'd really, really love that. Just to put our food in. I think that also means that if we end up with a party member, they'll automatically take food out of the backpack when they're hungry, so we don't have to like manually feed them. Yeah, take a look around. Yeah, let's have a talk to this dude and see what backpacks he's got. So yeah, these are pretty pretty expensive backpacks because they're thieves' backpacks, so they're stealthy. And he doesn't appear to have a cheaper backpack. I mean, there's the wooden backpack, but combat speed effect, stealth skill effect, and dodge are really quite negative. Yeah, I was hoping for like a really small backpack, but he is clearly not selling one that would be acceptable for us, so we're just going to have to go ahead and do without. As we run more, our encumbrance will decrease because our athleticism and strength stats will go up. But it's going to be annoying in the meantime. So we're just going to head out into the Sten Desert with our adorable tricorn hat, our injured-ass arm, and our stubby little dwarf boots. I think we're pretty cute. I think we're off to a great start. We've visited the land of the goblins, and oh my, oh what is that? That would be slavers. So slavers are a thing that you need to look out for. Well, especially we need to look out for because there is no way we can fight slavers. They will happily kill the heck out of us. So we're just gonna keep on walking and pretend we didn't see that. Yeah. So I'm gonna speed up time here. This is a great part of adventure mode, is that like I can speed up time. Like the merchant isn't showing up, the something's not being built, and I'm getting frustrated about it. You know, dwarves keep finding water and being like, oh, we can't possibly dig through damp stone. Not a problem. I'll just time accelerate. But you can't do that in Fortress mode, so we can do that in Adventure, and we should be very pleased with that. So there's obviously a disadvantage to using the time acceleration, and that is this. So these guys are Kral's Chosen. I have no idea what that is, but he has a bounty. So I'm guessing they're bandits. And it would be really... Oh, they're also wearing what appears to be ninja armor. So these guys yeah, they definitely, like an attack of 52 and a defense of 36. These guys could destroy us with their eyes closed. So we were time accelerating, and we nearly time accelerated straight into them, which is not a fun time. So we're going to sneak, and we're going to go in the opposite direction. Because if they decide that we are, well, that we're not their friends, they'll kill us. So I guess I owe some final thoughts on the previous fort now that it's officially on a bit of a hiatus. And not like, oh, we're System of a Down, we're just going on hiatus, and then they tried to make an album again in 2018, and they were like, oh, we got 13 tracks down, but we hate each other too much to finish it. No, not that kind of hiatus. Like, I'll go back. I promise I'll go back. Our beautiful dwarves are not abandoned. But, can't do that right now. It's not in the mood. So, what's my, oh, way station. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna go there, because that looks to be fun. Don't know why I can't click over there, but that's fine. So we're gonna head that way towards the way station. Right, Dwarf Fortress. That is Fortress mode. So yeah, what did I do? Why what is my end opinion? My end opinion is that it's way too easy for your dwarves to get depressed in this this patch, and the constant messages about so and so dwarf being depressed and not doing their work or throwing a tantrum or whatever was starting to make me throw a tantrum. So yeah, with that in mind, I just said, you know what, I can come back and try and fix this at a later date. In the meantime, I'm going to keep myself a bit sane, or at least more sane. I said we'd cook our food, and I will do that just up here. But I'm going to keep myself sane and put this aside for now, and go do something that hopefully is going to be less frustrating. And hopefully this dwarf doesn't get rained on and then remain depressed for the rest of his days. Okay, so I have to remember how to build now. Oh, that would be that. Build, right? Yep. Camping. Let's get ourselves a little campfire. It would be great to have a camp bed, but we don't have the materials for that. And now we're cooking our meat. And we are cooking our meat because that way we can actually eat it. A lot of races in this game. Why is there another campfire here? How did I miss that? A lot of races in this game can eat raw meat, which is weird, but we are not one of those. So we're going to cook ours, and that'll just have to do. We're lucky to have it, frankly. I don't know why hungry bandits, who are usually, you know, without food, which makes sense given their hunger, yo, you know, I'm having trouble here. There we go. I forgot how to use my mouse in conjunction with the shift button, which is, yeah, it's tough. Yeah, so we need our food cooked, and that's what we're doing here. We're actually doing not bad here in terms of equipment. Like, this isn't amazing equipment, but you know, for stuff that you picked off some dead bandit, it's pretty okay. Don't like the hat very much. I'll be changing that as soon as possible. The boots are great though. Shirt doesn't really do anything, but you know, it's fine. This does a little attack damage effect, fist protection. Yeah, it's not nothing. The pants are one of my favorite types of pants, so really, yeah, they offer some protection while still being relatively light. We can just leave that campfire there. Nobody's likely to complain that we left a campfire there. Also, someone else did too. So, who's the real enemy here? So, what are we doing here? Well, I may have some knowledge about this place that your average player might not have, and that is that I can gummily cheese this out just a little bit. Oh, who's that? Oh boy, he's a long fellow. Sure. Got any skills? Nope, but I learned very fast. What? I don't have 3,000. That's insane. Guy wants 3,000 cats to join up? Where are the... Sorry, 3,000 dwarf bucks to join up? Let's see. Do you have anything that I want to buy? Maybe a backpack? I mean, probably not. It's like a... Oops. Misclick there. Let's do this. Yeah, no, it's just a utility store. What do you got? Outpost. Drifter architecture. Well, that actually looks kind of cool. Not for 20,000 it doesn't, but, you know. Someday prices like that will make sense. So, right. What is the exploit that I know about this place? Well, let me show you. See, there is a camp of exiles down here, who I've run into at a previous juncture, and I happen to know that if you run very, very quickly, which we don't, so that this might not be a great idea at the end of the day, but if we can run very, very quickly from there up the hill to this little way station, the people in the way station will help us, which we can interpret as do it for us, to kill these bandits or exiles, whatever they are. We can then freely loot all the stuff off of them and sell it to that robot man in the shop or the guy in the bar, whichever. So it's a nice little way to make a tidy profit, and we're going to give it a shot here, although I am really worried we're not fast enough for that. That's a little bit of a saunter. Yeah, we want them pretty much running all the time. Huh. We'll have to see. So let's see. Oh, we can talk to them. Nice. Let's do that instead. Talking's way better. Didn't realize you could. If they try and kill me for talking to them, I'm going to be a very sad human being, but sometimes that's the way life is. Sometimes you try and talk to someone and they hit you in the head with a hammer. I was watching Carnival Row recently, and in one of the earlier episodes, what's his name? Oh, intruders die. Okay, yep, nope. We're gonna get back to my no doubt titillating discussion of Carnival Row and hammers in a minute here, but we have discovered that they don't want to talk at all. They actually want to hit us in the head with a hammer. Ooh, and they're not as slow as I had hoped. Well, let's see. What are we carrying that's heavy? 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram. What's this? 7 kilograms. The meat we're carrying is actually quite heavy. It's tempting to drop a weapon, but no. Let's see if we can... Ooh, they got me. So that didn't work because we're slow. We're gonna sneak so that if we get back up, we're playing dead. Yeah, so we're fine. Well, I mean, except for our leg. Our leg is not fine. But we're just gonna let them walk away and think we're dead, and now we're gonna sneak and heal. So that didn't work. We are not fast enough to do that. So we might want to stash our gear somewhere, heal up, and try that again. Although first we're gonna have to fix the fact that we're crippled. Not a fun time. Adventure mode is unforgiving, as is the base game. So we're gonna fix up our leg here. Slowly, very, very slowly. And we're gonna get out of here. Because that wasn't a good time for anyone. Well, I imagine it was an okay time for them, but it was not a good time for us. It's too bad. I really wanted to talk to this dude. Don't they look so friendly? Doesn't matter. So getting the heck kicked out of us like that actually does up our stats. Are we walking? Guess our leg isn't that bad after all. Well, there's no need to sneak. It's nighttime. Nobody's coming for us here. Be nice to have a crossbow. Be nice to have a lot of things right now. Slowly working our way up the hill. Let's go a little bit faster. There we go. Yeah, so as you can see, that wasn't our finest moment, and that's a freaking wolf. Don't love that. Okay, it's not interested in us. That's good, because it probably could have killed us and eaten our limbs. No! It was interested. It changed its mind. And we're done. And we're getting eaten. And it's gonna take our leg. That's great. That's really good for us. So that might be that. Yeah, it just ate our leg. And then when it takes our other leg, we're gonna be dead. So, yeah, welcome to Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode, where the name of the game really should be stay light, stay mobile, don't run into wolves. Wolves will eat you. Just gonna run out the timer here, basically. As soon as that other leg goes, we'll die pretty much immediately. Yeah. So he ate us. We got beaten up by bandits and eaten. And that is our fate. Not a great time. Yeah, so catch you next time for another episode of Dwarf Fortress Adventure Modes. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe, smash that like button. I can't swear. It's a Christian YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time.